On your side, investigators, breaking news about a scandal surrounding a local lacrosse association.
A coach now accused of pocketing tens of thousands of dollars, money paid by kids and their parents to play lacrosse. We just learned this man, Greg Bacho, the president of Medina Lacrosse Association, is accused of stealing at least $90,000 between 2013 to 2016. 5 on your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan has been investigating the complaints.
Allegations that tens of thousands of dollars may have been pocketed by the association's president eventually went to a Medina County grand jury. Medina Lacrosse serves more than 200 in grades 1 through 8 and raises a lot of money. In 1 year alone, more than $95,000. But complaints we found filed with the Ohio Attorney General's office raised concerns that funding does not match the actual funding, and no one knows where all the money is going. Lisa Puto was one volunteer who began to grow suspicious.
Any member of the organization that doesn't volunteer at all, that gives their money, that's a member, should be able to say, hey, can I see the books, or go online and see the financials. And
was that the case?
They were not available at all.
This 2013 tax return we obtained raised red flags. It's signed only by the association's president, unlike previous years when outside certified public accountants were used, and financial transactions far from transparent.
It was a very protected group. So no, not at all. In fact, he was the only signer on the account, and you should have 2 or 3. And he was the president, the treasurer, the head girls lacrosse coach.
Police reports we found show both Medina and Medina Township Police began formal investigations.
A lot of the transactions were checks made out to cash. He had debit cards. It was fairly interesting scheme to try to track. Some of it was purchases that were made that the checks were actually paid to him instead of going into the association. So it was a very complex web of different financial transactions and over a long period of time.
You matter, and your child, who sometimes pays their own money to get to play a sport, matters. And I think if you look at life that way, it's pretty important that you ask about the books.
Meanwhile, police advise other sports associations and charities to make sure at least 2 signatures are required for all expenditures to protect against fraud. I'm 5 on your side, Chief Investigator Ron Regan.